You hadn't had a chance to speak with Sigourney before the film, or?
No, my window's sort of running out, so I hope that there's some way to get in touch with her.
Sigourney,
Please, can we put it out there?
call us. Yeah.
I'll say our private phone numbers, okay?
Hey, Den of Geek fans, Aaron Sagers here at San Diego Comic-Con. We're still going strong, and I've got the cast of Alien, Romulus, and these guys, they owned the night Friday at San Diego Comic-Con with that panel. I'm hearing all about it, but now we've got you in studio. We don't have a lot of time, so I do want to know, did Fede have any surprises in store during the filming of this movie? Because classically, Ridley Scott didn't prep some of his actors for some of the effects and some of the stuff that happened. Did he surprise you guys at all with anything that was taking place during this shoot?
No, of course. I mean, Fede's one of those directors that you never know quite what we're gonna do. You know, we trust him implicitly, knowing that he knows the genre, he knows the films. He's just like a fan of the Alien franchise, but also an actor's director, in my opinion, where we were able to play, and if something went right, we can go back, do something different. You know, so we were surprised as actors. And
the cryo chamber, I remember, you there's all these face huggers around, and you wouldn't tell us when these things are going to get thrown at us. We're genuinely reacting, so there's no anticipation. It's all real, and it's genuine.
Yeah, he was like throwing.
Three guys had a camera
Yeah,
just
just
throwing them at you,
face
the rubber
And they were
ones.
heavy.
Yeah.
I have one. I was crawling under the water thing. You see it in the trailer. You're crawling on these things, and Fede was like, yeah, let's just dump a bucket of water on her for when the xenomorph lands. Like, we'd already done a lot of takes with the xenomorph just landing over me. Then it was just a bunch of water.
You hadn't had a chance to speak with Sigourney before the film, or have you had any interactions with her?
No, my window's sort of running out, so I hope that there's some way to get in touch with her. That's such a huge dream if she would ever want to have a conversation with me. I think
This is the way.
this
We're
is
letting
the
her know.
way. Please,
Sigourney,
can we put it out there?
call us.
Just one conversation.
Yeah.
I'll say our private phone numbers. Okay?
Yes, yeah.
She's such an inspiration to me and for so many people and so many women, actresses in Hollywood. She really just paved the way, and the choices that she made in the first one really set the tone for me in this film. So hopefully at some point we can make that happen.
We'll make it happen.
Thank you.
And Fede, like, other than the use of practical effects, what were some other kind of old school horror elements that you really wanted to bring back to this film? And obviously we've seen that you do have that love of horror, and we've already seen that you incorporate those old school elements. But to this, what are the other old school elements?
I think there's a combination. I mean, there's the new and there's the old, and I think to make any movie right, you have to be able to take advantage of 100 years of inventions in cinema, from the most old school ideas to the most cutting edge CG when you need them, and the combination of them is what makes it feel modern in the best possible way. But the practical effects, I think, is the main thing, and like it's very easy to say, let's go practical, yay, everyone wants that. That's the easy part. The hard part is actually get it right and do it, and as all of us have seen it, these things look great, but you have to make them look great, and they have to make it look great as well. So, and that you need the best people to do that as well. So you need people that create these things that can create them, but then we need to be able to shoot them, and the photography, make sure the light is right. Otherwise, it'll look like shit. And or it will happen. What happened many times? It gets replaced digitally later on, and it's a whole bummer. But that happens sometimes because it's not done right on the day. And I can assure you that I think all the things that we aim for are in the movie, and we're not replaced later or anything like that. So the practical effects is really the most, with all the techniques that are the classic ones, that's the one that we really want to do. But I think as horror also is the fact that there should be things on the last 20 minutes of the movie that you'll never see coming. That's the best part. Like when you think you saw it all, you have no idea what's still in store for you in the last few minutes of the movie.
All right. Well, and finally, free for all. I want to hear from everybody on this. If you have something, look, this aliens freak me out. Gray aliens as well as xenomorphs. So I'm curious, What scares y'all? Maybe it's like an urban legend from your childhood. Maybe it's a monster. What's your boogeyman that occupies that fear space in your brain?
The fall of democracy, but also claustrophobia.
Both those things are very terrifying, and one is probably more pressing than the other right now. Okay, anyone else?
I can't do spiders. I'm not good with spiders. And I think that was the thing with facehuggers as well, because they're very spider-like. So that was like, even seeing them on the stage yesterday, I was getting a little bit creeped out for sure. So yeah, mine be spiders.
I hate wasps. You know, British summertime. When the sun finally does come out, and you're enjoying a few drinks outside.
Very brave group, as you see. Spiders,
I was expecting something more. Well, you went
God.
existential, but I mean, I don't know, no monsters or anything. Wasps,
okay,
spiders.
Right.
These are easily managed so
It can't just be
far.
real life. It has to. It can be.
No, it can be
these
anything.
things. I mean, any kind of possession.
Okay.
Kind of, really sort of freaks me out.
Do you know what freaks me out? I don't really scare easily. I'm not trying to sound hard. I am, but but you know what really freaks me out? I remember the first time I saw Scream. I remember that the reality of that actually just really scared me. That's my one. You know what I mean? It was that first Scream as well. Kind of, I can compare that to the Alien. It was just so like legit. I like that. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
You got
Who
Cailee.
scares Cailee?
I think like total darkness, or being in a place where no one can space scares me.
Yeah.
Space.
Okay. I hear no one can hear you scream in space.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. I mean, Fede, as a person that creates nightmares, what occupies your own nightmares?
Well, everything that is in my movies. It's truly, my movies are made of all my deepest fears. You cannot write good horror based on what you think other people will be scared of, but you are not scared of. That doesn't work. Just as you cannot write, if you're a comedian, you cannot write a joke that you don't find funny, but you hope people will find funny, right? Like, you write things that you find hilarious, and hopefully people do. Same thing with horror. So everything that's my movies, every horror movie I made is a compilation of all my deepest fears.
All right. Well, guys, I am super stoked to see this flick. I'm very excited, and I'm so excited to have you guys in the studio today. And just a final word before we let you go. Sigourney, I know you're watching. I know you're a fan. Call Cailee.
Just one call.
Just want to
I
hear
just
from her,
want to tell
right?
you that you're amazing. That's
Just
all.
call to
very
say
nice.
hello.
Just say hello.
Kaylee's very nice and personable and bubbly.
Thank you.
There you go. See, you sold it. There you go. All right, it's happening. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us at the Den of Geek
Thank you.
Studios.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so
Do you have an alien tattoo?
I do, yeah.
You do.